Well, okay. You know, I just finished a very good, nice crying session from having depression and being stressed. And why was I aware of too much bullshit today? I'm surprised that none of it affected the crying. That's for a totally separate reason. But I want to talk about it. So today in America is ghetto. We have two specific situations. We have Kanye West apparently fucking Jeffree Star. Now it's a rumor from what I can understand. But why is that even a fucking rumor? And why are we surprised at that? Didn't Jeffree talk about fucking a bunch of people already? I don't care that he's fucking what's his face. But apparently him and Kim are gonna get a divorce, or it's looking that way. Who fucking cares? And he needs help. Jeffree can go suck all the dicks he sucked in the past, plus some. And Kim needs to go watch her kids. I would say Kanye needs to go watch his kids, but he needs help more than anything. But on the other side, we're talking about the weather. And today's forecast, it's raining white people. White supremacists specifically. Yeah, that's harder than regular white people. And usually, you see people going out having umbrellas to protect themselves. But apparently, what umbrellas? Umbrellas don't exist. They're just gonna let them do whatever the fuck they want to, I guess. We have video footage of guards just letting them into the Capitol. By the way, they're invading the Capitol. You know, that place supposed to be guarded because it's a government building. You know, that place that there should definitely be security that would shoot someone on sight for trying to even get on the premises. But nope, you actually have footage of people being let in. And you see footage of people breaking in. People straight up breaking the windows and breaking in. Where was the tear gas? Where was the rubber bullets? I don't want anyone to get hurt. But when you are breaking into a government official place, when business is being held to the point where, hell, you see the people inside, they look like they're fearing for their lives. They look genuinely scared. At that point, it's like, okay, there needs to be a little bit more security here. Hell, look like fucking the security at TanaCon. People taking selfies with the guards. Like, what the hell? You're supposed to be protecting these people. Thank God the people inside, which were counting electoral votes, thankfully they were evacuated. But the fact that they even were able to get in, period, it was crazy. People were making, like, they were able to get in long enough for them to take, like, cute aesthetic pictures, like, for Instagram and whatnot. It's like, what is going on? Where were the police? Anyone? Like, what the fuck? Why were they able to even set foot in there? I don't understand. Hell, they stepped foot in there, why didn't you all lock them in and then arrest them? Or do something. I mean, that's probably a bad idea, but do something. They're just like, nah, we're just gonna let them do whatever. Take some selfies, huh? Like, I didn't understand that. And by the way, these are all Trump supporters, if you didn't know. So, yeah. And we got Trump not helping. Tweeting out stuff that's not helping. To the point where Twitter was basically like, bruh, keep it up, we're going to ban you. Like, actually. But that's just America, right? Kill me. In who we're pinning as a predator this week news, we have Call Me Carson, someone I've never heard up until now. We have him being accused of soliciting nudes from a minor. Now, most people are under the impression, he's not really a pedophile. But personally for me, I think he's a creep. Because allegedly, he did it twice. And if these claims are true, you're a creep. People try to use the age gap excuse of, oh, well, he was 19 and the minor was 17. So it's fine. And that's normal because, you know, I guess that's a thing that happens all the time. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. That's not how that works. You're trying to make scenarios where that could be a case work. But the scenario you're cutting off. Usually when stuff like that happens and it's not weird is when you both have been going to high school the entire time and then one's just 2 years older. That's when that stuff isn't weird. If there was a college student right now, 19, that was going to try to pick up any person in high school that wasn't literally turning 18, anyone below that, it would be weird. You'd be that creepy college student that obviously can't get any college girls that's coming to the high school to be a weirdo. That's what you would look like. I don't know what weird school y'all are going to where that stuff is normal. It's not. And maybe it's just where my school was or who I was around, but that's like that creepy old man that coming back to high school to come get the chicks. It's weird. Why don't you just go get someone in college? People are acting like these people don't have options. There are billions of people in the world. If you don't have the self-control to go find someone your age and you feel like you have to date this person in the high school, it's weird. Because Carson and these people weren't in the same group, the same social setting. It's not like you'd been to the school. That's not what it is. It's literally if we went to different schools, he didn't say we just happened to find each other. He went to go look for it. Even some of the DMs that you read in between them, it's like he didn't even want her for like, oh, I really like you type reasons. It was literally just like, I want to see, send me nudes. Like, send the nudes. Like, I don't want any real relationship with you. If you did that twice, knowing full well that might get you in trouble, I don't feel bad for you. People are just like, well, he did. I don't feel bad for him at all. He's just a dumbass. May not be a predator. Did something that's possibly illegal, and you're a dumbass. And you have self-control issues, and you don't have boundaries, and that's a problem. When you don't have the self-control to be like, this is a bad idea, I need to walk away, and you admit in some of the DMs where I remember that it's a bad idea, and you still didn't walk away, there's a problem. In any situation, especially when there's like a power dynamic, even if it's not a possible predator situation, if you don't have the self-control to stop yourself when something is getting to a place where maybe it shouldn't, and you don't have that self-control to be like, I'm not going to risk this, that's a problem. We're not going to ignore that that's a fucking problem, because that means you have a problem with boundaries. And instead of stopping something yourself and having that self-control, you're waiting until you might get caught to where it scares you out of that. So basically, you're just waiting for the worst to happen, and fear takes over to the point where you can't ignore it. Now, to be fair, this is if all of this is true and there's not something that we're missing here. Because to be fair, the whole side isn't out. He hasn't said anything. It's just these girls, and we could be wrong. It's kind of looking like we're not, but these are only allegations. This is only me theorizing if it's true. But if you're having impulse problems, and it's that bad to where you're making decisions like this, and you're not immediately stopping because this might be a bad idea, yeah, you need to think about getting some help for that. Because you can get yourself in trouble, kind of like Carson is right now. And that's what's happening right now. I mean, there are a few more things I was going to talk about, but honestly, it's too much. Like, I saw Brendan Urie trending, and people were just blaming him for whatever. Caillou, that awful show about that bald kid, finally got canceled, and people are somewhat upset about it, and I'm like, thank God. It was the worst show ever. That kid was a brat, and I hate it. It should have been off the air. I didn't even know it was still going, honestly, but it is what it is. I just want to talk about that. But I'll see you guys in another fuckfest of trash that happens in America. So, like, in a few days, maximum a week. See ya.